Welcome to my YouTube channel where I passionately transform Dollar Tree finds and second-hand treasures into elegant and farm decor pieces, ensuring a touch of sophistication without breaking the bank. If you appreciate budget-friendly crafts and elevated farmhouse aesthetic, you found the perfect destination. Today's video is part of an open collaboration. I'll talk to you about that a little later, but now let's go ahead and jump into our first DIY. I bought these kitchen utensils about a year ago. Today I'm organizing them, and as most of you know, I am almost packed to move, so I was not able to find my painter's tape. So I am using Scotch tape and it works well. I'll wrap the handles and then give it 2 coats with chalk paint, and the color is sage. Ensure that when you apply the painter's tape, aligns it with the edge of all the other utensils for a neater finish. So now everything is dry. I'm going to be removing the tape, but once I removed it, I noticed that it was a little off, so all I'm doing is just going back and retouching all of them. I'm going to be putting these utensils to the side. In the meantime, I have this board from Dollar Tree. I purchased this for 50 cents. It has a sign on the opposite side, but I'm using the back side. I'm giving it 1 coat with white chalk paint because I'm going to be putting a tissue on it, and I don't want that brown color to penetrate through the tissue. And of course, I'm helping it dry with a little bit of heat. Once that is completely dry, then I'll give it 1 coat with Mod Podge, and then I will dry it again. After I dry it, I will be placing this tissue right on top. As you can see, I'm placing it in an angle only because I need for it to cover most of this board. I am going to be covering those ends, so no big deal. You're not going to be able to see that exposed board. And again, because I didn't have any parchment paper available, I took one of these tear off palette and I am ironing this tissue paper in place, and it worked just fine. And then once that is completely adhered to the board, I'll come in and I'll cut the excess paper, and then I'll sand the rest off. I noticed that it has a slight bend, this board, so I'm using the painter's stick to reinforce it by gluing it in the back of the board and adding more stability. But before that, let me go ahead and remove this shell from here. Most of these items, you'll probably be able to still find them at the Dollar Tree. Now, I'm taking this family word, and as you can see, they're shaped like in houses. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove it from this plastic, and then I'm gonna give it 1 coat with the same sage color. I also have 2 pieces of wood, and I'm also going to give it 1 coat with the sage color, and those 2 pieces are going to go on either side of the board. Okay guys, so now it's time to assemble everything together. The 2 pieces of wood, like I said before, I'm going to be placing them right on either side of the board. Once that is placed in place, and that rhymed, I'm going to go ahead and take the family word and just place it right in the middle. I also purchased this at Dollar Tree. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be removing some of the hooks. And because I only have 5 spoons, I don't need that 6th hook. And now I'm going to turn this board back here and I'm going to first measure it. And then I noticed that it's not going to be secure, so I decide to add some popsicle sticks to it. So now all the popsicle sticks are in place. So now I'm going to go ahead and secure it with plenty of hot glue. And then of course I'm going to be placing it right on top of those popsicle sticks, making sure that this is nice and centered. And of course, I'm going to be adding plenty of hot glue. I just want to make sure that this doesn't go anywhere. And then I am going to be covering that back with some paper bag just to make this look nice and finished. Once done, then I just go ahead and cut all the excess off and sand it as well. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comment section below and let me know if you love the colors that I chose. Guys, we are almost done. All I have to do is just add the utensils to each hook and this will be it. I'm gonna also add a little bit of jute cord right back here, and like that we have something to hang it on the wall. And this is going to be going to my new home. I am loving this piece. I will be putting this in the kitchen. I found these 2 big pieces of wood in my garage. I went on and I cut them into half. And then I'm going to be creating 3 different holes onto 2 of these pieces because I have these thick wood dowels that I'm going to make sure that they fit right here through these holes. And this is going to be a ribbon rack. Today's video features a collaborative effort in organizational DIYs where we're challenged to craft at least 1 creative organizational project. Hosting this challenge is myself, DIY with Aurea, along with Loli D's Creations. And this month co-host is At Home with Gigi and Z9 Designs with Cindy. Find these links in the description box to explore their fantastic creations and show them a lot of support by subscribing, sharing, and liking their channels. And as you see, I got these corner brackets. I like to use a little bit of hot glue just to keep it stable while I add the screws. And of course, I'm going to be doing the same process to all 4 corners, also adding wood glue. And this project was nice and simple to create and yet comes in so handy. This project, I'm going to be putting it on top of my station close to me, and then I don't have to walk across the room to go and try to figure out what ribbons I'm going to be using. So this will be for my seasonal ribbons. So I'm going to be ensuring that these dowels fit nice and snuggle. I'm going to be placing 3 of them. Not all the way because I will be placing the ribbons inside. And these little wood rounds, I'm going to be creating a hole right in the middle. And then I'm going to be adding some glue. These will be my knobs. And this is it. Look at how nice and simple this project was, and it is so useful. I hope you have enjoyed it. For this third project, I took some Jenga blocks and I took 12 and I created 3 frames, and they should look like this. And then I did another line of 4 and I added them right up here. So this is the way it should look. So then this board here, I purchased it at Dollar Tree for 50 cents and I cut it into 3. I gave it 1 coat of white chalk paint. After giving all 3 boards 1 coat with white chalk paint and they are completely dry, I'm gonna take hot glue and I'm gonna glue them right on top of this little frame. And I'll do that 3 times. And of course, I'm going to be securing it with plenty of hot glue. And I'm also gonna be giving it another coat with white chalk paint. And that coat will be on the bottom. And it's not going to be a complete coat only because I don't want it to be perfect. And a quick reminder, my dear friends, don't forget to visit the playlist down below in my description box. So now all 3 shells are nice and dry. I'm coming in with my drill. I'm pre-making this little hole here because I'm going to be placing a screw in there just to make sure that this stays in place and it's not going to fall out once I put the paints on top of it, because this is a shelf to put my acrylic and chalk paint. Once the 3 shells are put in place, now I'm coming in with this bigger board, only because this is going to be standing. And I'm going to be doing the same thing. I added those brackets, those corner brackets, and with some screws, I'm going to secure it in. And this will be it for this other DIY. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. And if you did, you know I'm going to ask you to please subscribe, share, and like. And here is the final review. I hope you enjoy it.